This is my theory for building passive wealth, and I'm going to share it with you. I drew it out so that you guys can see this, but this is something that I actively have always been interested in, and this concept has really resonated with me. And I've basically taken a piece from three different areas. Number one, I take a piece from Elon Musk. I saw one good thing that really resonated with me. Number two, I like Shark Tank, and I saw what they do. And so basically, I took a piece from Shark Tank. And number three, I took a piece from multi-level marketing. There's this really interesting concept that multi-level marketing people use to sell you on their opportunity, and is this: if I help you make $100, would you be mad if I made 10? Okay, so what they're basically saying in multi-level marketing is, I'm going to help you make $100, and I'm going to make $10 passively off of all the work that I did to make you $100 per month. And then I'm going to make $10 repeatedly. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to help everyone else do that. And over the course of the time, if I help X amount of people make X amount per month, I have equity. I get paid in proportion to the amount of people that I help for the rest of my life. And this concept really resonates with me, and I think that I would like to duplicate this in real life. So I want to explain to you how this would work. And I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to be honest. I'm not 100% sure how I would actually structure this in the long term. And this is just something I'm learning about and how I would do this. But I'm going to share it with you. Okay, so the goal is to help multiple people make more money than you in exchange for equity. Okay, I don't want income, I want equity. And I want equity for a variety of reasons. Okay, number one, that's why I brought up Elon Musk. Elon Musk does not make an income. Okay, unless he sold stock, he actually makes no money. So if you work at McDonald's, you make more money than Elon Musk, but he has more equity in companies than you do. And that is how he structured himself. And when you structure yourself that way, you avoid taxes. Okay, but the other thing is you build passive wealth. Okay, and I want to explain something to you. I drew this out. This is me, or this is you. Let's just call this you, because you're watching this video, and I made this video just for you. So if you clicked on this video and you're watching it right now, congratulations, you just hit the lottery. All right? You have a skill. I don't care what that skill is. It could be marketing. It could be computer shit. It could be social skills. It could be how to flirt. I don't know. It could be whatever it is. Whatever that skill is that you have, what you're going to do is you want to identify people that you can add value to with that specific skill, okay? So maybe my skill is encouragement and critical thinking and problem solving, okay? So that's something that I've really been good at. So let's just say I can problem solve, and I can basically listen to what you have to say, and you tell me about all your problems, and I can, in the snap of an instant, give you an answer. And I can say, oh, well, here's the deal, Sarah. All you got to do is this, this, and this. So I want you to do this right now. I want you to go on your phone, and I want you to do this, this, and this, and I need you to do that right now. And boom, that problem is solved, okay? So here's what happens. I added value to Sarah because Sarah had a problem that she couldn't figure out how to solve, and I solved that problem for her. All right, now most people would charge money for that. Well, Sarah, I'll charge you $100 to solve your problem, or I'll charge you $10,000 to solve your problem. But what I'd rather do, I think that this is going to create more passive wealth and going to really create a monster wealth company in the future. Instead of saying, Erica, you pay me to help you with your coffee shop. Sarah, you pay me to be your help you with your fashion designing. Bob, you're a baker. You pay me. Or Elliot, you're an author. You pay me. And these are all fake people I made up. what if I could somehow structure, okay, you know what? You own a coffee shop. Look, here's the deal, Erica. I will help you succeed. I will use the specific skill that I have, and I will give you that skill for free. I know that you're tight on cash. I know that your coffee shop is not necessarily the most profitable right now because you just started and you really need to know how to make more customers. Here's the deal. I'm going to help you for absolutely free, okay? You do not owe me a cent, but what I want is 1% equity in your coffee shop. What that means is when you sell your coffee shop, I get 1% or 5% or 3% or 10%, whatever percent you felt like you helped that person. And that's how I'd have to figure out the weeds to this. That's why this is a theory at this point. But, okay, Erica, guess what? I know you're tight on cash. I know you don't have any money. Here's the deal. I will provide value to you. I will help your coffee shop grow. And this is where Shark Tank comes in. This is what I see them doing on Shark Tank. I can foresee, Erica, that my skill can help your coffee shop grow. I'm going to trade that skill for X% equity. I want X% of shares. I want X% of ownership. And I want that structured that if I own 3% of your company for helping you, I want 3% of your profit, of your net profit for the rest of my life. Or I say, I don't want any profit. I just want to own this business until you sell it. If you plan on selling it. Okay, so now what do you want? You want equity. Guess what? If Erica's coffee shop business, if you help her succeed and now you duplicate her to 4 or 5 locations, guess what? That 1% of that $200,000 coffee shop, which is 2 bands, just went up to 10 bands. All right, $10,000. Okay, if that was my percent, whatever percentage it is. If whatever I can do to help her, whatever my skill is, I help her succeed, I grow in proportion to the way that I helped Erica succeed because I have equity. And if her profits, let's just say I get some sort of dividend, I want a dividend on your income. And now Erica, you grow to 10 locations and I get 2% of the profit. I mean, we're talking, that is a solid passive stream of income. I'm getting paid for the rest of my life on work that I did one time to help Erica. Because I used her skill, and I said, Erica, you have no money? That's fine. I'm not going to charge you anything. All I want is equity in your company. And I can do that. Sarah, you're a fashion designer. I have a specific skill. I see that you need help with marketing. Let's just legally write this up. All right. I'm not going to charge you anything. I just want equity in your brand. Okay. And I'm going to help you be the best version of yourself and sell more fashion clothes or whatever you're making. And I want equity in your brand. Guess what? If Sarah pops off, I'm riding her entire wave. If Sarah goes from Etsy shirt making to designer brand, I own part of that. I don't think you understand how much 1% of a brand like that would be. But if I own 1 to 3 to 5% of all these different places, Bob's a baker and Bob starts making a product that becomes the next Hostess and he's in all of the Kroger stores and Walmart and I own 1% of that, that is insane. If Elliot is an author and maybe he writes a book and maybe he's got some sort of author brand, I don't know how I would structure that with author. I just wrote author because I have a book in front of me. All right, Elliot. I would like equity in that book you're writing, okay? I'm going to give you some mindset. I'm going to give you the information that I know, and I'm going to let you put that in your book for absolutely free, but I want 1% of the earnings. I want equity in everything that you make out of that. And we do this, and this is exactly what they do in the music industry too, okay? Hey, guess what, Carol G? Hey, guess what, Jay-Z? Hey, guess what, Lil Wayne? Throw me on that song. I want X% for being a feature. I want X% for this guitar instrumental that I'm gonna put on your song that's gonna hit big. Okay? Same concept. All we're doing is we're adding value to as many people as possible in exchange for legal equity. You don't want to get paid one time. You absolutely do not want to get paid one time. The goal is to create streams of income. And if you think about this from a biblical perspective, God wants streams of income. If you talk about the financial concept of God in the Bible's kingdom as a character, and let's just say 10%, okay? If God's business is the church and he adds value to people's lives by helping them with their problem or whatever, and they join his church, and then they, as part of his church, donate 10% or 5%, whatever their wealth is. You know how wealthy, like, God doesn't have to worry about money because he has a little bit of equity in so many people's lives. So if you can help people and just get a little bit of equity in as many people's lives as possible, you're going to be a bazillionaire. And that is my theory of wealth. You know what's so fun about this? It's because you're helping people succeed. Erica is going to make 99, if I own 1% of her company, she's going to make 99 times what I make. I helped Erica succeed. Sarah, maybe I own 3%. She makes so much more than I do. Bob, I hope he succeeds. I helped him. These people are making way more. The deal that I gave them is so beneficial to them because I used my skill to help Erica make so much money. All I asked her is, I want a portion. I want a small portion. That 1%, she's trading me, okay, yeah, I'll give you 1% of my net profit, and I help her go make 10 times what she made before in exchange for 1%, 2%, 3%. What an awesome deal for Erica. What an awesome deal for Bob. What an awesome deal for Elliot and Sarah. That is my theory of building passive wealth. Because you know what? This is Erica's dream. Erica wants to do this. And if Erica says, this isn't my dream anymore, and now Erica sells for a $3 million valuation, I get a cut of that. I get a cut of that. And what's happening here is that is long-term capital gains, and I just made so much money on that without getting paid an income because I traded for equity. All right, and that's what I want to share with you guys. If you found this video, this mindset to be awesome, then share it with a friend, because that person that may be your friend may have a similar mindset, and we can all brainstorm together, okay? How do I figure out how to do this? That's my next step. I'm going to probably make a video on how I would possibly do this, but how could I help somebody and get equity, all right? I'd have to get a lawyer. I'd have to contact a lawyer and figure out how I can get equity in someone's business for helping them, but just remember, that person is strapped for cash if they're starting a business. They're paying you nothing. They're exchanging an asset that they have, a percent of ownership. It costs them literally nothing to do that. And then you help them grow and you ride the wave. Isn't that awesome? That is incredible. Who would hate on that? This is my philosophy of the world. If you like my philosophy, like this video and share it.